What's up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not okay. Not only am I severely jet lagged because Zach and I got back from Bali a couple days ago, my sinus infection, whatever's going on here is I'm just congested, upper respiratory issues. But I really wanted to get this video out to y'all so bad before the launch actually went live. I was just in Bali for 2 weeks, and obviously when my package arrived, I wasn't home. I've only been home for a couple days. I slept the whole first day because the jet lag was so bad. And then yesterday, I've been so sick, and Zach has been so sick that it's just been hard to do anything. But we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna rapid fire through this. This is gonna be a little bit of a shorter haul. It's a smaller haul, it's a smaller launch. We got 10 pieces from this one, some duplicates as well. And I will say, like, this isn't my favorite launch thus far in terms of my long-term participation with ALPHALETE, but there are some unique pieces in here that I do think are worth snagging. Is it like across the board a 10 out of 10 launch? Yeah, you'll see. I'll talk about the issues that I have with a couple of pieces, but overall, like, it's a solid launch. Like, if you're in the market for like a really good, solid, supportive sports bra, we've got one of those. I do really like the new shorts options that we're getting here. We have a couple different shorts to choose from, and the sweat shorts, the variety in sweat shorts that we're starting to get access to across a couple different launches is really great. So might as well just dive on in. So what I'm currently wearing right now, which I think is one of the biggest stars of this launch, is the Starr bodysuit, shocker. And this is in the color pewter. I do really like this bodysuit, and I think I actually like it a little bit more than the Lena bodysuit in terms of the top half of it. I kind of like the bottom half of the Lena bodysuit a little bit more, but the top half of this bodysuit with the structure and not having the straps kind of going all over the place, I just think is very flattering, and it just, like I said, it gives it really, really good structure. I think a very simple black bodysuit is hard to mess up, right? Like, if you really just nail it in a black bodysuit every single time, like, this is gonna knock it out of the park for you as well. I wanted to mix it up a little bit in terms of colors because I have a couple black bodysuits at this point, so I went for the pewter, and I do like it. I just feel, I will always feel like the second that you stray from black in terms of a bodysuit, it starts to look more and more like you're going to a high school wrestling meet. So there's that. But I think this one passes the test. Definitely passes the test, especially if you throw on like a cute pair of tennies. The crossbody bag that they have in this launch as well. I wish I got this before my trip. I used the ALPHALETE duffel for my whole trip as my carry-on, and it was great because I needed a lot of room. I had a lot of stuff to carry with me because we were on like 4 flights. On the way home alone, 3 on the way there, 4 on the way home. I needed a lot of activities to do. But this is like great for like quick flight, phone, passport, all that jazz. I really like this bag. This is really cute. I love that they're keeping things just very simple, minimal, black. Anyway, tossing that on top of the bodysuit, I think it's a look. It's a vibe. It's a very like sporty, running errands, but like super cute, put together type vibe. So I'm a fan of the bodysuit. I think I'm starting to get a fever. I'm getting hot. In this launch, we're getting a lot of returning colors, which I really like. I like that we're able to kind of bring things back, mix them in, mix and match from past launches. So love that. Always respect ALPHALETE for doing that. Your bodysuit is going to come in Black Grove, Pewter Orchid, Skyline, and White. I love Skyline from the last launch. I think Skyline is just such a beautiful purpley blue, mostly blue, but just like a little tiny bit of purple to it. It's just gorgeous. So I have seen a couple other athletes wearing the bodysuit in Skyline, and I think it's incredibly flattering. Doesn't look super WrestleMania or anything. So I do recommend that one. And as you can see by my color palette here, I stayed very much to like 3 colors with, pewter as the exception. We did black, white, and what was this one? Iris. And they actually brought Grove back in this launch, which I think is a really beautiful bright green color as well, but I have a lot of green right now. I have a lot of Grove, and I have a lot of court green, I think is what they called it. Yeah, court green. So I held off on the green for this launch because I have a lot of it already. And I think that the purples are really beautiful and punchy as well. Let me actually grab some other purples to compare them to. So I got the Tini short, I think it's called. The Tini low-rise short. So I got the Tini low-rise short in Iris. We'll talk about this actual item here in a second. But this is Iris, right? And it's most similar, I think, to Acai Pump from 2 launches ago, I think it was. Very different from Ultraviolet. Very, very different from Ultraviolet. These are, I wouldn't say old Revives. They're not that old. I think they're from the beginning of the year. Actually, I'm a big fat liar. These are the most similar in terms of colors. So if you have the Revive shorts, which I think they've only actually done 1 iteration of these. Yeah, if you have the Revive shorts, it's like the same color, completely different fabric, completely different fit, but close second in similarity is the Acai Pump. So just, you know, look at your color palettes. It's gonna give the same thing. It's definitely giving very different than Ultraviolet, but if you have a lot of acai, then I would say just go for a different color range in general. Now let's talk about the Tini short. The Tini short for me doesn't sit right because of where I naturally carry my body fat. And I've actually, since the last launch, I've lost about 6-ish pounds. There's a whole story behind that. I'm about 6 pounds down right now, but not because I was like actively trying to get leaner. I've lost a little bit of muscle mass, obviously vacation, all this stuff, whatever, it doesn't matter. What I'm getting at is I don't necessarily like a low rise short all the way around. I like the dip back short because it still came up enough on my hips, but where I carry my body fat, especially in like my just lower waist, my lower abdomen, it just, if I sized up, it would go up a little bit higher and I would like where they sit, but then it's not a low rise. I'd be sizing up to literally get it to be a mid rise. So if you are a low rise girly, like Gabby Sheehan, if you look good, if you look banging in low rise things, this is gonna be a super cute short for you. And I like that it's low rise, but the inseam is definitely an appropriate length. So with the low rise, you're not getting like itty bitty micro short, like you're still getting good coverage of the cheeks. So I respect that. I like that they did that. Is it my favorite short in the whole wide world? No, I probably won't gravitate towards it unless I, for some reason, end up quite particularly lean. The Tini short comes in black, court green, iris, and skyline. Now let's talk about the Everyday Elevate short, because that, on the other hand, I think is a great short. I really like that one. It is a lot more high rise. It's the same Tenacity fabric. I think, yeah, they're both Tenacity fabrics. The Tini short has a hidden scrunch, and so does the Elevate short as well. So you're gonna get a lot of the same shaping features from both shorts, but one is going to just be a lot more high rise. And I think it actually has a little bit longer of an inseam as well. So you're just getting a lot more coverage from the Elevate short. I prefer the Elevate short. I wore it today to work out. I got to wear a couple of these items. I didn't get to wear every single piece, but I got to work out in a couple of these items so far. Actually, literally, I think I wore the sports bra and the shorts one day to just lay around the house. And then this morning, I got to actually work out before the sickness like actually hit me. I digress. Functioned well. Good short, stayed in place, gives you some shaping. I am true to size in pretty much everything across the board in this launch. So both of these shorts, I'd say, is true to size. You really don't need to be sizing up for the Tenacity fabric anymore. I think that they really corrected that this last time around with Tenacity shorts. So very true to size, just a standard good short, a standard good short that isn't a seamless short, you know? I think there's a lot of people out there who don't always gravitate towards the seamless stuff. This is gonna be a really good basic for you. It's gonna go up nice and high, but you're not gonna have to roll it over at all. It's solid. If you're in the market for like a staple piece, this is going to be it. The Everyday Elevate short comes in black, grove, pewter, and orchid. And again, I just got black. I like my staples. This was a launch for me where I was like, okay, I wanna get some staples. I wanna just get some neutrals, and I'll go with like the one other color that I think is pretty. Okay, and lastly for the shorts, the sweat short that they tossed into here, which I was really excited about when I saw the pictures of it. I actually didn't know if it was gonna be a sweat short or if it was gonna be a running short. I was kind of hoping it was gonna be a running short because I have started training for high rocks. It's not a running short, it's more of a like casual sweat short. But it's a relaxed fit short. It's not perfect. It's good. It's good. It's not perfect. I really loved the shorts from the last launch, and I wish this material and this structure and this look overall had the same fit as the shorts from the last launch. Coming up a little bit higher on the waist. I wish it came up a little bit higher. They're definitely more of a mid-rise. I think that's really the biggest point for me, is like I keep wanting to pull them up higher and I can't, because then it creates this weird bunching of the fabric. But overall, I still really like them. I still really, really like them. I think that they're gonna be great to train in, but they're also great to kind of lounge around in. I've seen a lot of people putting them over the rompers. I don't think that they work great over the romper for me. The legs still kind of stick out of the romper, but it's a good short. It's a good basic short if you're, again, someone who isn't like obsessed with high-rise things or always trying to yank things up. It's a well-constructed little sweat short, and it's not too long. I think the shorts from the last launch were pretty long, and I didn't mind that. I actually think in the last time I probably said I wanted them just a little bit shorter. So I think the length is actually really, really good here. I wanted them like this much more high-waisted, just this much more high-waisted. Good structure, almost there, almost perfect, so close to perfect. Not quite. It does have a little adjustable drawstring, so you could technically, I think, maybe size up, cinch in the waist, pull it up a little bit higher. I could have tried that. Again, I still got all of my bottoms in extra small, so I definitely could have done that. I should have tested that actually, because I did get both black and white. Didn't even think to do that. I just wanted multiple colors because I was really excited for this short. So that's that on that. So these are actually called the Coco short. And the Coco short comes in black, white, Grove, and Skyline. Oh, I'm fading fast here. Okay. Now on to the tops. So we do have a return of the longer flex tank, and I do really like how this piece fits. I think it's a really great piece that you can wear without any kind of bra underneath, anything like that, and it's still actually pretty supportive. And because I reviewed this before, I've talked about this one before, I don't feel like there's too much to dive into, too much to say. Again, it's a great staple piece, and it's just well built. I don't think that there's much wrong with it. I like the length, I like the support, I like the material. The white one definitely felt a little, it's double lined, so it doesn't feel thin in the sense that you're going to see through it or anything. And that front panel, it is double lined. But I think that if you're going for a staple piece that you're gonna wear over and over and over again, if you're someone who sweats a lot, white's probably not gonna be your best color. Go for the black. It comes in black, iris, Grove, Skyline, and white. And actually even the Skyline would be pretty. I think it would kind of hide some of the dinginess that just naturally occurs on white clothing. I love white clothing. I love a white sports bra. I love these white shorts. I don't like a white seamless short, but these white shorts are nice. I love a white top, but they really just do get dingy really fast. And because I think it is such a well-fitted staple item, very easy to throw on as a tank top, you're gonna wanna get something, you're gonna wanna get a color that you can just kind of wear over and over and over again and not like think about it. So either go for one of like the colorful options, it's gonna be your safest bet in terms of long-term wear, or go for black. I'm back into my everything is black era. Are we surprised? No, we're not. Now let's talk about the sports bras. We've got the Corinna Bra and the Vic Bra. And the cool thing about the Corinna Bra is that they've done it in an AB cup and a CD cup. And I got the AB cup as someone who is like ever so slightly an actual C cup. I don't fit into B cup bras. I do have to genuinely buy a C cup bra. But as someone who's a very, very small C, I just got the AB cup and I think it's perfect. I think it's very flattering. I like a very minimal sports bra. I don't like a ton of coverage on my sports bra, and so because it's not like high neck or anything, or because I'm not really trying to use it for like a, strapping in, I got the AB cup and I thought it was perfect. I got a small, which is my true to size for sports bras. Again, I just got it in black, but I think the Corinna Bra is a beautiful, well done sports bra. Fits perfectly, like literally no notes. I love the shape. I love the fit. It's not adjustable, but I do think that the fit overall is something that's going to be a little bit more flexible because there is a lot of stretch to it. It's a racer back, so there's that. I'm also, here's the thing, in the summer, my shoulders tend to like really, really break out, especially with the humidity, and I get really self-conscious of it. But at the same time, one of the better things for me to do is to wear things that not wear fabric on my shoulders. And honestly, like the less little strappy things going on, the better as well. I just like less risk for irritation. So because this is just kind of minimal all around, it's really like the perfect bra for me right now. So big, big, big fan of the Corinna Bra. Removable pads, all that jazz. It's gonna come in black, pewter, iris, court green, and white. I did just get black. I would love this in every color. I would love this in every color. I think if you're gonna get one singular piece from this launch, get the Corinna Bra. If you have plenty of sports bras, it's probably gonna be the bodysuit. I think the bodysuit is gonna be a really, 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 really big hit. Like I said, kind of the star of the show, but I do love the Corinna Bra, and I love that they've done an AB and a CD. Next up in terms of the bras, we have the Vic Bra. Oh, you know what? Actually, side note, unfortunately, we did just get this note today. They're not doing white in the Vic Bra, and I don't think they're doing white in the Corinna Bra either, because of something with production went wrong and they just were not happy with the quality of it. So they decided to pull the white from both the Corinna Bra and the Vic Bra, if I am correct, for this launch. Kind of a bummer, but also I respect the fact that they're gonna say, hey, this is just like not up to our standards. We're not gonna launch it, we're not gonna sell it. Because that's gonna be them, I mean, that's ALPHALETE taking a bit of a hit with that. So white is actually not available in the Corinna Bra or the Vic Bra, but you still got a lot to choose from. And if you're looking for a lighter color, like I said, like you can still do Skyline and it's gonna look great. Now the Vic Bra, okay. I like the minimal front. I like the shape of the front. I mean, I didn't even pull out the Corinna Bra, but you can see that we have like two pretty minimal bras here. Great. I like that a lot. But the thing I don't love about the Vic Bra that really puts the Corinna Bra like way over it in terms of this launch is just like the strap dealio with this one. I like that ALPHALETE's getting creative with things and that we're getting these kind of like sliding adjustable straps alongside, you know, the regular little adjusters here. I don't know the term for this, but when we get these extra little pieces, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. This isn't shit. It's not awful. It's just not my favorite thing. And I think the Lena Bra, again, it's a pretty detail. It's a cool detail. I like that we're trying different things to make these bras interesting. It was weird when I was putting it on. It like kind of moved around when I was training. I like the, what was it? I forget the bras from the last launch, the minimal bra from the last launch. I really liked that was minimal and we had just like nothing on the back. The same with the Amplify, the recent Amplify ones in like the Bluebell color, right? The Blue Bonnet, I think it was called. The minimal across the board with everything. Minimal straps, minimal front. Like I just really like that. And then when we start adding in the slippy slidey ones on the back, it just gets me a little frustrated. It didn't feel like it stayed in place the same way as the Corinna Bra. Great for a smaller chest. Not my most favorite execution. Very flattering to look at. Not my favorite thing to train in, if I'm being honest. The Vic Bra is gonna come in Black Grove, Skyline, Pewter, and Iris. Let's hop on over to a very pleasant surprise, the Everyday Elevate legging that, again, I just got in a classic black. I love a classic black legging. I love a classic black legging that I can just kind of wear endlessly, and I know it's gonna be comfortable all day and it's going to shape me. And I think that this achieves that perfectly. They're very nice and high-waisted. Again, the tenacity fabric. I like the seams of this. The shaping seams on the hip of these leggings is fantastic. I go back and forth with tenacity bottoms. And in previous launches, I really did need to size up. And I think if they are, like I experienced with the Tini shorts, if they're a little bit more low-waisted or mid-rise, I'm going to size up. But if they're high-waisted, the way that they hit and the way that they sit allows me to kind of just stay the true to size extra small, and everything kind of just sits where it needs to. I'm not hiking anything up or folding anything down. And this is exactly what I think you get with this legging. All the seams are in the right place. It's a very good staple legging that isn't a seamless legging. So if you don't like seamless stuff, this, I mean, genuinely is gonna be your launch. There's nothing seamless in this launch. The Everyday Elevate legging and pairing that with the Corinna Bra, just like your perfect little all black outfit that's gonna show off your abs, it's gonna show off your shoulders, just exactly the way that you want them to. If abs is the outfit, then I feel like this launch is going to be really, really good for you, even with these like high-waisted leggings. Like it's just, I like the way that the top of my core looks in high-waisted leggings. I like again, the minimal bra. So you'll see, you'll see obviously in the videos that I'm gonna show you here. That fever is hitting me. I feel it. I'm starting to sweat and I'm getting delirious. Colors, you're gonna have black, grove, skyline, pewter, and iris in these everyday elevate leggings. We don't have multiple inseams. And let me just touch on that really quick as well. When it comes to the inseam here, I have a little bit of bunching at the ankle, just a tiny bit. I am 5'3". I consider myself to be pretty evenly proportioned top to bottom, average torso, average legs. So if you're a tall girly, then I'm gonna say you're gonna be pretty safe in these leggings. You might be lacking a little bit there at the bottom, but because of that bunch, I think, and because of the stretchiness of tenacity, I actually think that these are probably gonna fit the tall girlies pretty well. Whereas the short girlies, you might have a little bit of bunching because it is a bit of a longer legging in general. Last but not least, we have the Flex hoodie, and I say that because I didn't get the Anika polo or the Anika skirt in Grove. If you want to know more about that, watch last launch's video where I dive in deep to those two pieces. But let's talk Flex hoodie. Again, so close to a really perfect piece, but just not quite perfect for me. Again, I just went with black. I think it's really pretty in Skyline. I've seen a lot of other athletes wearing it in Skyline, so definitely consider that. I have heard that for other people, the arms have been too tight. I really, really like a fitted arm. I got it in extra small, and so I expect it to be very tight in the arms. And it's very well fitted for me all the way through the bust. And then, I mean, you can see this on every other athlete as well. It starts to kind of float away from the body, float away from the hips as you go down closer to the waistline. I like something that's fitted all the way through, or that's like looser or oversized all the way through. I don't like the flare effect of anything on the torso. Is it a huge, super noticeable flare? No, not really. If you're sizing up for space in the arms, then yes, it's going to be a lot more noticeable. The fabric is going to be looser on the bottom of the hoodie. Now, if you are someone who tends to carry a little bit more weight in your midsection, this might actually be a very comfortably fitted hoodie for you. If you find that in your torso, again, like you carry a little bit more of your body fat there, and you're looking for things that aren't necessarily trying to like push you in and suck you in all the time, that like is genuinely just going to be a comfortable fitted but not like restricting fit, this might be a hoodie that is incredibly comfortable for you. So I think a big thing here is thinking about your body type. I don't actually think it's a bad piece at all whatsoever. I do think, however, you do need to take into account your body type and how you like to have pieces fit. I've seen a lot of, again, like the athletes who are incredibly lean. A lot of the athlete women are incredibly lean. It fits them in the same way where it's a little bit tighter up here. For those that don't have larger busts, who have very, very small busts, it I think has more of just a straight fit all the way through. So again, I would peruse other athletes' pages and look at some of their content to just get an idea of how it might fit your body type. Everything other than that just little flare out around the waistline, I think it makes it a very well constructed jacket. I like the zipper, it's not falling down. The hood is a little small in terms of trying to use the hood, but it doesn't look funky on the jacket. And most of the time with these jackets, I'm not trying to use the hood for like rain or anything like that. So I think that that's kind of a moot point. It's like kind of whatever. The Flex hoodie comes in black, iris, grove, skyline, and white. My fever is just taking over and I need to go take a nap. So thank you all for watching. I'm hoping I can get this up ASAP for y'all. Like literally, I'm gonna take a nap and then edit this, and I will not go to bed until this video is up for y'all. Remember to use code MONARCH at checkout for a discount. And thank you all so much for supporting me with all of these launches and just everything that I've gotten to do with ALPHALETE. I don't really know what the future holds with me and ALPHALETE, and I really don't know what the future holds for me in terms of being an influencer right now, because I am going to be leaning into actually being an assistant coach for another coach moving forward with a lot of just like the life changes happening. So we will see what happens here, but until then, you know, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. I love y'all so much. It's meant so much to me to have the outpouring of support that I've gotten so far with all of these launches. I hope you're able to get everything that you want and that you love everything that you get. See you all next time.